Hi everyone, Liz here, thanks for stopping by. So we've got a finish, yay! This is my hashtag DP Christmas in July 3, hosted by Mindy and Maritza. I'll put the details down below. This is 3, so this is the third Christmas in July event that they've done. And I've also posted it for Grandma's Christmas in July as well. Just really a bit of fun. And yeah, I've got it finished. To be honest, I've got it finished quickly. Well, quickly for me, purely because the weather has been so hot, so horrendous here in the UK, that yeah, all I've been able to do is just sit and sit in a pile of trying to put something politely, perspiration and diamond paint. So this is what I've got done, and to be fair, it was quite a nice painting to do. It was double-sided tape. It was a really trashed canvas with a great big crease down the back, if you remember. You can still sort of see the remnants of it there. I mean, that is just really bad, and it was just as bad on the other side, but I worked hard at getting all that out, and as I was going along I was scoring any creases or whatever to keep them flat. And it's turned into a beautiful diamond painting, and I'm so pleased with it. I wish the eyes showed up a little bit more, but I think you sort of get the impression. The little highlight on the nose has showed up really well. The holly on either side and the little bit of holly here. And then it's just a little Scottie dog in a little Christmas. Well, it's like a Christmas skirt and a scarf, so it's a definite little girl, isn't it? When I showed it to hubby, he said, "Oh, is that Millie?" And I said, no, Millie has got a Christmas outfit, but that's not Millie. But yeah, it's one that I've had since the 6th of July last year. And it was from a pig zoo on AliExpress. And as I say, it was double-sided tape. And I thought, oh dear, do I do it? Don't I do it? If it hadn't have been a Scottie dog, I may never have started it. But to be fair, the drills were lovely. They've gone down really easily and well. Thoroughly enjoyed doing it. And actually I did this one. I did all of the green first, all of this like peppermint cream green. I did all of that colour first. I then did all of the background colour there. And then I did the black, and I sort of worked from the inventory sheet and did the ones with the most colours first. Rather than doing it a square at a time, I decided I'd just do it a colour at a time. So, as I say, if you look on the inventory sheet here, we had 4,800 of that one, 3,000 of that one, then we went on to 2,000, and I just worked through from the highest number to the smallest number and did the painting. And yeah, it was enjoyable to do. I did enjoy doing myself, just putting my drills down, not having to move other than to just get up and get a drink. And yeah, I'm really pleased with it, to be fair, for the cost of it, which I think I probably paid about £10-ish for this one, because it was last year. I'm just trying to think. If I find the price, I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, it was better to do than I expected. I think it's because most of the double-sided tape canvases I've done in the past have been squares. And if you're going to get squares and they're not fitting together properly and they're on double-sided tape and there's no give on the canvas to let them move a little bit to get into place, then yeah, that's when I don't like doing them. But this one was, I enjoyed doing this one. It came together nicely, and it's a Scottie dog. What more could I want? This is still really, really sticky down this side. I did put a little bit of glue gun on it, but it's still sticky. But anyway, it is what it is. So let's get these drills put away. Oh, I did use my new storage as well. My square storage. Absolutely loved using it. The only thing is you do have to take the top off if you do want to dip in and just get an odd one that you've missed. But on the whole, yeah, they were good to use. Easy to pour out. Just, yeah, really impressed with this. And to be fair, I'm so impressed I've ordered another one. As I say, the only negative I've got is that you can't get, if you've got a thicker pen, you can't get it through the little hole there. To be fair, when I was pouring back into them as well, I didn't find it very easy for pouring back into the little opening on the top. So I was just taking the full top off and doing it that way. I'm not sure how long these little bits will last. I've just been using them to pull the lids on and off, which is probably not the best thing to do. But yeah, I'm impressed with how much they hold. So yeah, as I say, I've ordered another one. And as with that other storage that I've done where I've put the piece of card in the bottom, and just sort of like stop everything from moving over this, I'm going to put a piece of card in the bottom once I've got this one emptied as well, so that this is a little bit more level, because I don't like this wobbly bit here. But yeah, really good to do. Really enjoyed using that. Really loved doing this picture, and it will get framed, and hubby even actually wants it on the wall now. I said, well, it's a Christmas one, and he says, well, haven't you got a frame for it? I said, well, yeah, I've got a frame that'll fit it, but do you want a Christmas painting up now in July? And he says, yeah, why not? Okay, fine, I don't mind putting a Scottie dog on the walls. I'd have the whole walls covered in Scottie dogs. Well, I practically have it in my craft room anyway. Okay, pop that out of the way for now, and let's get my round drills number 1 and get some drills put away. This does need reorganising because it's getting very, very full. And there is only 18 colours in this, so it will just be quick. Right, we want my tray so I don't spill. And we want number 1, which is 317. So we've bypassed 310 completely. Oh, that's going to be a bit close. We'll squish these in here for now. I am going to have to set up a little bit of spare storage, I think. Now let me put that back a bit so you can see what I'm doing. Apologies for the shadow. Oh, it's a bit dark at the minute here. They keep promising us thunder and rain, but we've not had any yet. And this is still quite warm. But yeah, it's been an eventful few days, shall we say. So apologies for the lack of video yesterday. It was just literally too hot and too humid to do anything, and trying to get into my craft room would have just not worked. Oh, 318, that is completely. So let me grab a bag, some little bags and stickers. I did actually have somebody ask me for some, I don't know whether it was 318 or 319, and I did send them. So you know, if you are stuck on drills, I'm within reason happy to help if you're in this country. But there are actually little groups as well on Facebook, if you belong Facebook, that you can join, and they will send you drills if you are stuck. But I have got most numbers of drills, so I will, you know, help out where I can. I would regret saying that now. So that's the start of 318 to go in my spares. Okay. So yeah, the UK this week has had unprecedented temperatures. We have had the hottest day on record in the UK. We went over 40 degrees for the first time ever, and we are just not built for this kind of weather. I know a lot of countries have a lot hotter temperatures. That's 321. I was going to say I can't find 321, but I have got 321. It's there. Oh, this is another one that's getting full as well. Yeah, so we've had wildfires, and it's just been horrendous. Honestly, looking at the news headlines, it was just like watching a film or watching another country, because we're just not used to it here. And I know that doesn't make it any better. But yeah, you know, we always talk about the weather, we moan about the weather, because we can get all 4 seasons in one day in the UK. But even Scotland got its highest temperature ever, and that is sort of the north of the country, and that tends to be on the whole cooler than the rest of the country. So it's just, oh, honestly, I think the trouble is as well, our houses are all brick built, so you tend to find that the bricks absorb the heat. So even once the sun's gone down, the house is still really, really hot inside. Okay. In some points it was actually hotter in the house than it was outside. I think I went out about 3 o'clock in the morning on, was it Tuesday? I'm just trying to think where we are now. Was it Sunday? No, it was Sunday. So it was Monday morning. Alexa, what's the temperature?
At the moment, it's 75 degrees Fahrenheit.
Poor Millie has really suffered, bless her. Thank you to everybody who's put suggestions of how to help Millie. There was a lot of suggestions on Facebook as well. She really, oh, bless her. And she just comes and looks at you because she can't tell you that she's too hot. She just has panted and panted. Is it hot, Millie? Is it hot? Are you sat in front of the fan? Hey, are you getting fanned? That's good. Get a good blow on your fair. Woo! She has got a cool mat. I do try and sit sort of half on it, so when she comes and sits next to me, she's sat on it. But she really doesn't like it. She'll scoot it out the way. I'm saying, no, this will keep you cool. Sit on your cool mat. Somebody suggested to damp down towels or a face cloth and wring it out and put that on a cool, or, you know, put a towel in the freezer and wrap that round her. But she just doesn't like anything on her. She's really not that kind of dog. So it was a case of I was just finding the coolest place in the house and sitting there with her, because she does, when she's upset with herself, all she wants to do is come and sit right up next to you. And that's not good, because obviously I was really hot as well, and oh dear. And then the night time was just absolutely horrendous, because as I say, the brick houses retain the heat, and because we do tend to get really cold winters, I mean, not masses of snow or anything, but, you know, just get cold in the winter, we tend to find that, you know, we're recommended to get loft insulation and cavity wall insulation and get everything sealed up, so that, you know, you're not letting any of the warm air out to save money on your heating and things. So the houses are so well insulated that the heat's just then not escaping once you've got it in the house. And oh dear me, it yeah, it wasn't pleasant. I hope they keep telling us with that global warming that we're going to get this a lot in future. In fact, they've forecast it again for August. But yeah, and it's not just like a couple, sort of like 0.5% of something or 0.5 degree that it's gone up. It's gone up a lot of the temperature, you know. I think 1.5 degrees, which in global terms is a lot. And that's in centigrade as well, that's not Fahrenheit. So yeah, we've really suffered. We've been sleeping on top of the bed. At one bit we had a fan each, a floor standing fan, one blowing from one end of the bed and one blowing from the other sort of corner end of the bed. But you just feel sort of hot and clammy and sticky all the time, and not wanting to go out because you don't want to stand next to anybody in case they think, whoa, you smell. The only good job is that you're all in the same boat, so you probably all smell the same. But oh dear. But yeah, it's been poor Millie, bless her, that we've really worried about and had to look after, because I mean, she's a little black dog, so she absorbs the heat, and they just don't understand, with the best will in the world. You know, she's been drinking absolutely gallons. She went when it was a little bit cooler yesterday, but I went to the hospital with hubby, and Millie went across to stay with our neighbour, our friend and neighbour. And when I came back, he said, I would like a contribution towards my water bill, please. I said, oh dear, has Millie drunk that much? But it's good, as soon as she's drinking gallons. And he was only kidding, by the way. He's got a really good sense of humour. He's got our sense of humour. And yeah, I just said to him, oh, you know, what I'm going to actually do is get him a bottle of water and give him a bottle of water and say that's my contribution. But yes, I mean, I tried getting her to sit in some water, but she wasn't having that either. You know, she's well, she's a little character. She'll only do what she wants to do. If you're new to the channel, hello, and Millie is our little Scottish Terrier, our little Scottie dog, hence Scottie Dog Crafts. Yes, named after our Scottie. But oh dear, but yeah, we were sort of like warned it was coming, but you know, sometimes the media do hype things up, and you sort of like, yeah, okay, it's going to be hot, and oh yeah, they're going to say it's going to be all these really hot temperatures. Gosh, that's another bag to do. And to be honest, these are all like the Scottish Terrier colours. I think you can probably gather these are the colours I use a lot. Oh dear, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat again. And yeah, so that's probably why I've got so many of these, because I've done a lot of Scottish Terriers and a lot of little doggies. Okay, just peeling these off these little tubs. So yeah, it's been eventful, and there's a little bit of a cool breeze today, and it's so welcome. It's like, you can actually breathe. When it's so hot, you just can't breathe. I know a lot of people in a lot of these hot countries will know this. I'm trying to think. I had to go out to the garage on Sunday. What did I do? Oh, I had to do some washing. I'm washing bedding like there's no tomorrow, because you just feel as though you've just been a puddle in the bed, and you just don't want to get back into it again. That's another one I need to do another bag for. Goodness me, I'm going through these bags. So I'd rushed out, because our washing machine's in the garage, and I'd rushed out there to put the washing in, and it was similar to the Californian heat that I've talked about before. Say when we stayed with our cousins in California, hubby's cousins in California, it was over 100 degrees there, but you didn't feel particularly uncomfortable. It was hot, but it wasn't humid. Didn't make you clammy or sweat or whatever. It was, you know, just really, really hot, like getting into an oven. And our temperature on Sunday was sort of similar to that, but then inside the humidity, it was awful. And then, as I say, Sunday night, I mean, I've been putting loads of bowls of water all around the garden for like the birds and the wildlife, and box 2 in case the hedgehog comes back. Right, box number 2, a little bit better than box number 1, but I still need to sort these out. I really don't want to go to 3 boxes, if I'm honest. Don't think I've got the need for 3 boxes. 891 I want. Just that one. Very bright red colour. This was the scarf and the little dress. Yeah, so, you know, I thought, the poor animals aren't going to have any water, so I've been putting sort of little bowls and dishes and things of water around the garden for them as well. And I'm definitely losing my voice. It's all this talking I do. But oh dear, it's been unbearable. So coming up to my craft room to do anything, in fact coming upstairs to do anything, was just horrendous. We've gone through about 300 boxes of ice lollies. Ice cubes have been order of the day. I've been making ice cubes like there's no tomorrow. Put about 2 trays in Millie's water. She has a great big water bowl, and then a smaller water bowl, and I always keep both topped up, particularly in this weather. And then she has a choice of which one she drinks from. As I say, it's usually the one that's the dirtiest that she will always drink from. Anything that's clean she won't drink. She did have a bit of a play of chase the ice cube around the tray at one bit. I did give her an ice cube, but she sort of like picked it up and then just spat it out and looked at me. Our previous Scottish Terrier just used to sit and chomp through ice cubes. She used to sit at the freezer and want an ice cube, you know, she loved them, but Millie's not having any. She doesn't want any. That's not in right order. 895. I've had those 2 the wrong way around as I've been doing them. Okay, that's 894. 898. Oh, have we not got an 895? Yes, I have. That's 898. I've got that one in the wrong place. Look, that's 895. That's better. I'm just thinking, where's this one? Have I lost one? Oh no. So yeah, I don't recommend this heat. It's been horrendous. People have lost houses. You know, the fire has just spread so fast. It's just been so dry. And you know, hugs go out, and good wishes to all those poor people that have lost things. Fortunately, nobody has lost their life. they've managed to all get out. But you know, there was one poor man and he was sat watching on his like video doorbell, and his fence just caught fire, and then it just was gradually moving towards his house, and he was sat there at work and just couldn't do anything. The fire brigades in in London were saying that they've not had as many call outs in one day since the Second World War. You know, it's just like apocalyptic, really. It was no, 939. I'm going to start a new bag of that one as well, because I do think I'm going to get a lot more of those. Want a few more bags? These are ones with cards, and I'll take the... Oh no, I'll leave the bits of card in, it doesn't matter. So yeah, it's been scary, to be honest. As I say, there's quite a few people said it was like being on a film or watching a film. You know, you just lose everything, and fire is so destructive. You know, just doesn't miss anything. It just goes, and so fast as well. That was the thing, because it was so dry, it just spread so fast. So yeah, round about where our daughter lives, they had fires around there. Fortunately, you know, for them, it was far enough away from them, so they were safe. But yeah, it just goes through your mind. I mean, there was a lot around London way, around Croydon way, and my brother lives outside Croydon, so you know, we were phoning him, make sure they were okay as well. You know, because you just never know, these things can just happen anywhere. Fire, just any little spark. And of course, you know, if you've got, I don't know, wind chimes in the garden or whatever, maybe if you get like the light, the sun catching it, and it just goes on a bit of dry grass, you know, like when you were a kid and you used to make a fire with a magnifying glass, which was a stupid thing to do, but we used to do it. Yeah. Oh dear, the poor people, and you're just watching it helpless, you know. And there was one where they'd gone in, the fire brigade had gone in, and they'd actually rescued some animals. I can't remember if it was a dog or a cat. I think it might have been a cat, was it a dog? But the people were just so pleased to see it, because they thought they'd lost it, because obviously, you know, if you're out and your dog or cat's at home in the house and the house catches fire, and as I say, it was just so quick. You know, you were watching it in real time on the news and just seeing the fire moving. Dear me. Really was scary stuff, and I don't like fire. I don't sound particularly frightened of fire, but I'm wary of it. I'm looking in the wrong ones. Look, I want a 3371. Oh, that's another bag that I need to make another one for. So 3371. Yeah, it's not been a nice week, but fortunately, oh, fingers crossed, it's over. So, oh look, I've just put those back now. What am I doing? Alright, yeah, but fingers crossed we don't go through that again. It's because we've never had it before, then it's something that we've now got to plan for in the future, you know. But yeah, it's not been pleasant. Alright, so we're on the last colour now. Gosh, I can't get these out. Come on, come on. 3756, so on to 37, and that's another one that's a photo that I can get. Yeah, I'll put a few more in that one. But, oh dear. To be honest, the amount of perspiration that I've had, yeah, I should weigh about 3 stone by now. But I think I've drunk that much and had that many ice lollies that I've probably put weight on. Plus that as well, and you're not moving at all, are you? So, yeah. And we went to the hospital yesterday. Hubby had his hospital appointment, his checkup, because they weren't overly happy with his results last time we went. They wanted to see him in 4 weeks this time, instead of the sort of like 8 weeks that they'd said before. And yeah, they said he's doing well, everything's going in the right direction now, so we're really pleased with him. So he's come off the tablets that he was on, and we're not going to see them now until October, unless we get any symptoms or anything that we're a little bit worried about. But fingers crossed, hubby is going in the right direction. But the doctor did say to him, "You are dehydrated," and I thought, oh blimey. But he does drink a lot, but obviously I just think he just said, you've just got to remember that in hot weather you actually sweat out more than you're putting into your body. If you're not careful, you must drink a lot and go to toilet a lot. So yeah, he's had me making thousands of cups of tea today, which I don't mind because I drink lots of tea anyway. I'm British, I talk about the weather, and I drink copious amounts of tea. And yeah, hot tea in hot weather as well. It's supposed to cool you down, didn't in this heat wave. Oh dear, it was terrible. Anyway, I have got that kitted down now, and I will get those drills put back. I will have to find a place to start putting these spare drills now, because I'm getting quite a few, and as I say, I'm going to have to empty some out of these because they're just getting too full, and I don't want to go to 3 boxes. Okay, so that is our lovely little Scottie dog all finished for Christmas in July. Yay! I did think, actually, I don't know about you, but when I watch cold films, I tend to start feeling cold. I watched that film called Everest, which was like the true story of the people that went up Everest, and unfortunately a storm caught them. And I was feeling really, really cold while I was watching it. I ended up putting a blanket around me. So I kept saying to hubby, find a film with snow on it. And he said, what are you on about? I said, find a film with snow. And then maybe as we're watching it, it might cool us off. Didn't work. We watched 2012, which is a brilliant film. It was Emma Casey from Emma Casey Loves Crafts that suggested 2012, and I thought, that's a good idea. That's a really cold film as well, and they're walking along shivering. So yeah, we put that on. It didn't make us feel any cooler, but it was worth a try. Okay. Oh, some of the mad things that people were saying as well. Somebody actually suggested putting your sheets in the freezer. Who's got room in the freezer to put the bed sheets in? Our freezers are full of food. Oh, I couldn't have got my bed sheets in if I'd tried. Anyway, that's enough silliness for today. I hope, as I say, everybody stayed safe and everybody is okay. It's not been pleasant, but hopefully we're over the worst now. And fingers crossed for some of that rain. Yeah, we all need a bit of a shower at the moment. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this little chat and seeing this little Scottie dog completed. If you have, a thumbs up is always much appreciated. If you've got any comments or questions, if you leave them in the comments down below, and if you want to come back and see what I get up to next, then if you press that subscribe button and the all notifications bell next to it, you'll be notified when any of my videos come up. So thank you ever so much for stopping by, and I do hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.